I see my feelings so true, but am I blinded by you? By you. Made it all the way through, but am I blinded by you? By you.
morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
The celebration! Red chest! Correct. Celebration, Beckett. Show time every tears. Rick James. The milk's gone bad, my man. The celebration!
Hey, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. This is the morning show with Uncle Lou and BVD. And guess what? Well, two things. Three things. Several things. But guess what, though? We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Yeah, that's right. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. This is a college football channel. This is not a college football show, though. 50th episode. Yeah, that's right. 50th episode. We're going to give some shit away. What should we give away? I don't know. Maybe we'll ask BVD. If he calls in, it's tooth hurts or something. Old doo-doo tooth. BVD, old doo-doo tooth over there. What was that movie? Remember that movie? Y'all seen the movie? Is it Mo Money? I think it's Mo Money with Damon Wayans. And the little brother gets a toothache or something, and Damon Wayans starts calling him doo-doo tooth. That's what we'll call BVD. It'll be doo-doo tooth. But yeah, we do this show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Has nothing to do with college football. Every once in a while, we mess up and spend 5 or 10 minutes talking about college football or sports, but that's definitely not what this show is. If that's what you want, Uncle Lou After Dark, Tuesday, Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 100% college football 100% of the time. So check that out. Comes on every Tuesday, Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's a call-in show, too. Take calls from college football fans from all over and 13-year-old tree-hugging snowflakes live from their bedroom whispering so Mom doesn't hear them. What's up, BVD?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Happy 25th show or so.
Has it been that many already?
For you, I don't know. Yeah,
We'll
it's
just
been
call
that
it
many.
that.
What? Three? You started in January. 3 a week, 4 weeks in a month. That's 12. January, February. That's about 24. Just started March. That's about 25.
That's good math.
You laid out a day here and there. So yeah, it's about 25 for you, but that's not what matters. Listen, this isn't a college football show, but this show is about what's on the side of the helmet, not what's on the back of the jersey. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm going to pretend I do and say yes.
Okay. So this is the 50th episode of the morning show. It doesn't matter whether I did 40 shows or you did 20 shows. It doesn't matter. This show is about the name on the side of the helmet, not the two idiots that sit here and talk. You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I got you now. It's about the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back.
Well,
kind of the same thing.
Well, very few college teams have a name on the front of the jersey, but so.
Okay, Mr. Technical.
Well,
you know what's that saying? There's no I in team, but there is a ME.
Yeah. So anyway, happy 50th episode, everybody, of the morning show with Uncle Lou and BVD. And you know, BVD, they said we couldn't do it. You know, they told us we couldn't start a morning show. No one would watch it. They said you have to do shows at night. You know, you have to do them on the weekends. No one is gonna watch a show Monday or Wednesday or Friday, for that matter, at 8 a.m. This is what they said. You'll never make it. This show won't last. You heard them.
First of all, whoever they is, got that one wrong. They can kiss the morning show with Uncle Lou and BBD's proverbial ass.
Yeah, they were clearly wrong. It is the 50th episode. I considered spending the whole show this morning just patting ourselves on the back. And that would be, if we did that, that would be okay. And maybe we will. I don't know. No, we won't. We have to add somebody else in here in a few minutes, so we can't do that.
Maybe we need a shirt that says they, in big bold letters, were wrong.
Yeah, how about the morning show. They were wrong. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Speaking of, oh man, you can't really see it. I'm not gonna do it. Never mind. I was about to do something silly, but.
Well, you got to now.
Well, yeah, but not that. I'll do something else.
Okay.
I'll do something else silly. So. Oh, 50th episode. That is great. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows this morning, BVD.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. Let's go ahead and get the whatever the cloud that's looming over the sunshine and rainbow's head out of the way.
There's no sponsor for the 50th show.
Well, how about LSU Tiger Cat and Michael Gill?
Maybe they were right, BVD. Maybe they were right.
Is Uncle Woo sad?
No. I couldn't be any happier. How about my Mustang died on me?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know somebody that can not necessarily help you with that, but can certainly talk to you about that and tell you what time to go get it fixed.
I like what you did there, and I'm definitely
we're not
picking
allowed
up.
To mention him.
I'm definitely picking up what you're laying down there, but I went to pick my daughter up from dance practice Monday night, and they get out at 7, and so I got there at about 6:45, parked the car, turned it off. I was listening to the radio, but it's competition season starting now for this dance company that she's in or whatever. Basically they practice year round so that they can do 8 or 9 competitions this time of year and 1 or 2 in the summer. Anyway, so they ended up not getting out at 7 because they got these competitions coming up soon. So they're, whatever, overtime, whatever. Anyway, they didn't get out at 7. Ended up not getting out till like 7:45. So I got there at 6:45, sat in the car, listening to the radio till 7:45, and I guess my battery died. That's what it ended up being. But I thought something was really wrong because, I was sitting there listening to the radio, and all of a sudden, like literally anything that beeps in that car, or anything that lights up or flashes or anything, just started going absolutely bananas. And all these weird messages started coming across the info screen thingy. What is a digital dash, whatever it's called. It's not actual gauges. So all these different things started popping up on the screen. Something about something your traction control this, your brakes that, whatever. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And then about that time, they let them out. They let them out to dance class, and Luann comes and gets in the car, and I go to crank the car up, and nothing. Everything was dead as hell. Just click, 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 click. And I was like, damn it. But anyway, I jumped it, and it started right up. I took it to the AutoZone or one of them places, and they came out and checked the battery, and they said, yeah, you need a new battery. So. But I thought it was going to be like some sort of electrical meltdown, and I was all worried.
Oh man,
turned out to be
electrical problems in a car can be your worst nightmare.
Oh, I know, and I have a warranty on that car. It does not cover anything electrical. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, they're smart when it comes to that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. But anyway, it ended up being just the battery. But it made me wonder. I wonder if there's anybody who's ever worked at one of those parts stores like AutoZone or whatever the case. I wonder, has there ever been anybody that's gone there? Because, I mean, I walked in and I told the guy the same story I just told you. And I'm like, so I'm guessing the battery is dead and needs to be replaced. I'm wondering if they have ever come out in a situation like that, checked the battery and gone, nope, you're good to go.
I know one thing they have done.
What?
They've come out and said, no, we will not change your headlight bulbs because anything that takes longer than 5 minutes, the company doesn't allow it.
Dang. Doesn't seem like it would be our problem that it takes them too long to do something.
You wouldn't think so. I mean, you would think being a business specializing in customer service and desiring repeat business, they would do whatever they could do to satisfy a customer.
Tell you what, man.
You would think. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they were wrong too. And also,
So I was all worried Monday night. I was like, oh my God. My car is dead. That's like one of my kids. I love that car, BVD. I was all
I'm
worried
sorry,
for nothing.
Uncle Lou.
No, it worked out. It worked out. It's just a bad.
No, I mean, I'm sorry that you love your car. That's just an added stressor.
Oh. Yeah. You know, every time that car does something wrong, I blame myself. Let's not get into that again. But anyway, what's going on with you? Anything? Big win for Tennessee last night. I don't know if it matters much at this point, but I mean, anytime Tennessee can beat Kentucky in basketball, it's a good thing, right?
Especially at the mall, up there at the mall. So that's only the 6th time Tennessee has beaten Kentucky in Rump Arena.
At the mall there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 6 times.
Yeah.
And that's about probably 4 or 5 more than anybody else has ever done it.
Probably.
Yeah, there's a handful of, I'll just call them Voltards. I would never call myself that. But there's a handful of Voltards now that think if we beat Auburn Saturday, which we are going to do, that we're going to make the NCAA tournament. I got some bad news for you guys.
I have some more bad news. If that's what you're counting on to make the NCAA tournament, that means your only other option would be to win the SEC tournament.
Ooh, boy.
And as funny as 1980 is, it's not nearly as funny as 1979, is it?
That is 1 degree of truth right there.
That's hard to believe that you haven't won the SEC tournament since 1979.
It is. When's the last time Georgia won? And I'm not trying to be.
It was 08. You remember the tornado?
08.
The tornado
Yeah,
thing
right.
in Atlanta?
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I think that was 08. It was around that time, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in that. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. It was somewhere around 2008 or.
Wait a minute. My brain sparked just then. Something just happened in my brain.
What?
I don't want to. This is one of them things where I probably shouldn't go there.
Yeah, don't make a tornado joke.
No, it wasn't going to be a joke. I would never do that. And since you mentioned that, condolences and prayers to the 25 families that were affected by the tornadoes in Nashville.
Yeah.
I think 25 was the last count.
I was saying, was it on the show last night? I think it was when I started the show last night. I saw people posting about it on Facebook and Twitter and different places yesterday. And so, and I was pretty busy yesterday, but so a couple of times though, I would turn it to the news station inside and be like, okay, let me see what's going on with all these tornadoes. But they had all those elections yesterday. So every time I turned it to the news, it was just like I never could see anything on TV about. So I haven't. All I know about it is what I read from the Facebook news service, which everyone is an expert on there.
No.
I did see some pictures. It looked pretty bad. It was near or in Nashville.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Some of the pictures I saw looked pretty bad. So. But yeah,
one of my it was either a video or something that I put up. I guess it was my stream Monday after it was over and the recording of it popped up or something. I don't know. Somebody left a comment about tomorrow being Super Tuesday, and I wasn't even putting the election crap together with it. I was thinking of ESPN and basketball Super Tuesday. I was thinking, who gives a shit? Kentucky's going to beat the hell out of Tennessee.
Right.
And then same thing yesterday. Kept hearing Super Tuesday, Super Tuesday. It took me forever. That's how little I know or pay attention to politics.
Yeah. I pay attention to it just enough for trolling purposes. That's it.
Maybe I should make that my homework for my own. Nah, I can't do it. I don't have the patience.
Yeah. Patience is a virtue.
It's a virgin too for some people.
A what? Oh, a burden?
Virgin.
Oh. Yeah, of course it is.
Virgin. You know, like the general.
Hey, we got some super chats, BVD. Should I read them?
I think you should.
Celine Driver, good morning to you, sir. BVD, one of, if not the most loyal, definitely one of loyal supporters of the morning show. He's here almost every single show. He's sponsored the show. Always supportive through his super chats and that. Thank you, sir. He says, congrats on show number 50. Good morning and two. LSU Tiger Cat is here. Oh, BVD, she called into the live show last night. It was unbelievable.
I missed that.
Yeah, you did miss it. Happy 50th show, Lou and BVD. Love y'all, my brothers. From another mother.
You may not realize this, but LSU Tiger Cat is a large, very large Uncle Lou fan.
Oh. Well.
Big Uncle Lou fan, that LSU Tiger Cat.
I'm
another big supporter of the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't mean to see what you did. See, that's why I don't do that.
Yeah, because now everybody's going to be thinking, well,
right.
I'm a big supporter
so that's
of the
why
show.
I know, and so that's why I don't do it. And then, but I can always count on you to point it out, though, by bringing up the next one that I forgot to mention was a huge supporter. So thank you, BVD, for
You're
that.
welcome. I'm here to serve, sir. That's why you brought me on this thing. Or maybe not.
Thank you, everyone, for supporting the morning show. That's in every way. Thumbs up. You know what? Watching the video, watching this is supporting the show. So
it is.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I feel guilty talking about super chats or anything at all, but I want to thank the people who support the show financially, obviously. But there is a lot more ways to support the show or the channel. Watching the videos and the show is, that's pretty important too.
That's the primary. That's it. That's
right.
That's the big.
I know not everybody can, and I also know not everybody wants to support the show that way through a super chat, and that's perfectly fine with me. How long did you have a YouTube channel before super chat even existed? So it's not like we do YouTube for the super chats, but of course we appreciate them. Michael Gill, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, I've legit never watched any of the night shows. Love the morning shows. Well, thank you, Michael Gill. And BVD, that points out one of the main reasons I started a show at 8 in the morning, because I would hear from people like Michael Gill who, for whatever reason, can't watch the night show. We all have this sort of idea in our head that, okay, everyone is busy from 9 to 5 and everyone is free and available at 8, 9, or 10 o'clock at night. Clearly, that's not the case. Some people work swing shift or evening shift. Some people work nights. Some people go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock because they have to be at work at 4 in the morning, whatever the case. So, there are people who can't watch the night shows like Michael Gill, and he's now able to watch the morning show, and vice versa, too. There's plenty of people who aren't able to watch the morning show, whether it be work, school, whatever. So with that, when I decided I wanted to start another show, immediately I decided I wanted it to be on basically the exact opposite time that the other show was on. So I'm glad you're able to catch these shows, Mr. Gill, and thank you for the super chat in that rhymed. From's middle finger is here with a super chat. Thank you, sir. He says real men eat quiche. True, is that true or false, BBD?
Sheesh. Quiche? I guess so. There's various kinds. I'm not sure that I know exactly what quiche is.
I was about to say the same thing. If you put like 100 different foods on a table in front of me and ask me to pick out the quiche, I don't know if I can do it.
I think, and From's thumb can correct us here. I think quiche is a style or a way of serving food, perhaps. Like I've heard of. Hell, I can't even explain it. Like I'll just make something up. Eggplant yogurt quiche. Bacon, ice cream, and Frito quiche. That type of thing. Help me out here, Brahms Thumb, or someone else who knows what the hell quiche is.
I
used to know a girl named Keisha.
Isn't it sort of like a... don't you eat it like by the slice, like almost like you would eat a piece of pie or something?
I'm thinking quiche comes in like a casserole. I think quiche might be another word for casserole.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm trying to say.
Somebody says
it's wrong.
Somebody says basically it's an egg pie. That sounds disgusting.
Okay, so I had egg in there. I got that part right. Egg pie.
Baked with whatever ingredients you want. So an omelet then is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's an omelet. Okay, I got you.
It's an omelet in a casserole pan.
Sure does seem easier just to call it an omelet. I'm getting hungry now talking about that. Oh, BVD, have you ever had breakfast casserole where you basically just anything you possibly could ever eat for breakfast, you just cook it all in the same pan?
Absolutely. My mom, God rest her soul, used to make an amazing, I think she called it egg casserole, as a matter of fact. But it was the simplest thing. It was sausage, egg, cheese, and love. Made mostly with love, because that's what Mother does.
Mrs. Lou is not really much of a cook. Not that she can't cook. Let me stop before I get myself in trouble. But every year for Christmas, on Christmas morning, she makes this breakfast casserole thing. And her parents come over, and my dad comes over, and all that. And
what all's in it?
I know eggs, bacon, biscuits, sausage, cheese.
Biscuits?
I think there's like crumbled up. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was crumbled up. I don't know. Like I said, she makes it. That's my job's to eat it. There might not be biscuits in it. I don't know.
I got you. They have this thing that, well, first of all, there's a restaurant up in Columbus, Ohio. It's called Jerry's or TJ's. It's called TJ's now. They've got this thing called the Barnyard Buster. It is 4 biscuits, and I'm not talking, Pillsbury canned biscuits. I'm talking cat head biscuits here. 4 biscuits, not opened, just 4 biscuits on a plate. Every breakfast item you can think of on top of that, and then smothered in gravy. It is just a monstrosity of a breakfast conglomeration. I took about, I was able to eliminate about 1 biscuit's worth of that thing. And my little buddy, he's not so little anymore. We get bigger as we get older. He killed that whole thing. And he's like literally half my size.
Yeah.
What is it with these skinny people that can eat 2 legs worth of food, 2 hollow legs worth of food?
I'm definitely not that way.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't eat that much. You know what? One of my, I think this is kind of something simple, but one of my favorite like breakfast things is just biscuits and gravy, white gravy, sausage gravy. Man.
That's a southern staple right there.
I had that this past weekend, Sunday morning. That's one of my favorites. Cracker Barrel makes it really good. I get that every time I go to. I get that and order a bacon.
I've never had theirs.
I bet I hadn't looked at a menu at Cracker Barrel in 20 years. I just give me the biscuits and gravy and a side order of bacon.
Biscuit. What's the worst you've ever had? Biscuits and gravy.
The worst.
And it it can either be Aunt Sally's or a restaurant. Whoever. It's the worst you can recall.
I'll tell you one I don't really like that much. McDonald's has it, and I don't think it's too spicy for me. The one McDonald's has. I'm not big on I say this. I like chicken wings, but mild. I'm not into spicy stuff. And
Me
McDonald's makes a chicken and biscuit, but it's a little bit too spicy. It's a little bit too spicy for me. But I don't know that I wouldn't say it was bad though. I mean, I still get it. If I want it, and that for whatever reason that might be the only option. Maybe we're headed out of town or whatever. I'll still get it. So I wouldn't. I don't know that I've ever had a biscuits and gravy and went, yeah, that wasn't any good.
Yeah, Bojangles is pretty bad.
Have I had it from there? I think I've
had
had it from there.
Bojangles down there, don't you?
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure I've had biscuits and gravy from there. I don't remember it being amazing, but I'm not sitting here going, yeah, I remember that was terrible either. So I don't know. Maybe it was just kind of right down the middle for me. I don't know.
Celine Driver. Well, I'll wait until you read the next round of super chats.
Well, let's do that right now. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Slim Shady says, question of the day, how does BVD feel knowing Miami has won the conference tourney more recently than UT?
How does BVD feel that who?
Miami.
I didn't know Miami was in the SEC.
Thank you for the super chat.
Miami's had some good basketball teams.
Yeah. The ACC and basketball.
Wait. Hold up, Lou. I'm not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
How's it feel to know Tennessee has beaten Miami more than Miami has beaten Tennessee in football? Just asking a question. Proceed, sir.
Oh, man. Thank you for the super chat, sir.
Yes, thank you for that.
Celine Driver says bagel, cream cheese with smoked salmon and capers. You can keep the smoked salmon, I'll tell you that right now.
That's the one right there. That's the super chat comment I was referring to. Celine Driver, sir, our good buddy, the official watch consultant of not just YouTube, but BVD TV as well. What in the hell is wrong with you? You don't put fish on a bagel with cream cheese on it. That's just illegal in the South. Now, maybe up in New Hampshire or Vermont or Massachusetts, some of those places, maybe. Oh, wait, I forgot. He lives in Florida, doesn't he? That's right. Never mind. Same thing. New Hampshire, Vermont, Florida. It's all the same.
Yeah, and, they bagels with salmon on it, is just the next in a long list of weird stuff.
Hey, you know what, to each his own, though. I mean, who the hell am I talking about? I ate macaroni and applesauce.
What about macaroni and tuna fish?
Ew.
Never had that?
No. Well, you know what? I've had tuna helper. It's about the same thing.
Yeah, we had that a lot when I was a kid. The elbow noodles, you know what I'm talking about? Just a box of we would boil up a box of elbow noodles and then mix up a couple of cans of tuna fish and then mix the tuna fish in with the elbow noodles after they were cooked and drained and eat it warm like that. I don't know. We called it tuna and noodles. I don't know what.
That's good. I would imagine that is.
Yeah,
good.
It is pretty good. And you can put onions in there or whatever you want, salt and pepper. But I used to eat that a lot. But that's normal. But drinking unsweet tea, stop it. Cream of wheat instead of grits, kill yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. I like cream of wheat, but it's not the same.
Well, you from Ohio or something, so the shoe fits.
No. I'm not from Ohio.
Well, you obviously spent enough time there to eat cream of wheat, so.
Actually, Ohio's where I found out about grits.
Stop it.
That's because of my stepdad. He ate grits and runny eggs, and that crap is crap.
Yeah, you probably put sugar in your grits too. BVD, you're a Yankee.
I don't like you anymore, Lou.
Well, you're on here bragging about cream of wheat.
Them's fighting words.
You're on here bragging about cream of wheat and pretending that you had grits in Ohio. So this is like every other conversation I've ever had with one of them northern type people.
Oh boy.
I've had grits. I've had grits. Yeah, right. You come down here, you look at a bowl of grits, you don't even know what the hell it is. Talking about you've had grits.
What is a grit?
They grow on trees. Everyone knows this. You don't have a grit tree?
No. See, I almost went there again. Damn it.
You got to get you a grit tree. Mike Williams, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, your channel is great. I tune in all the time. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I see you in there. Miami fan. One of the reasonable ones in too. A couple of reasonable Miami fans in here this morning. This is alarming. Why are there more reasonable Miami fans in here right now than on Grady 1219's channel combined at any given time?
Idiots love idiots.
That is true. Moths to a flame. And me and you put out a big flame when it comes to being an idiot.
It ain't a flame. It's a straight up sun.
Welcome to Tales of the Stupid with Uncle Lou and BVD. Appreciate everyone tuning in. All right, let's give something away and then add Rob to the show. People are desperately awaiting to hear what he has to say about bagels with salmon. So what are we going to give away today, BVD? I know you've been thinking about it for the last couple of days.
Yeah, I have. I think season tickets to Miami football is in order.
Sir.
Plenty of good seats available at that place.
We could give away a couple of tickets to the Tennessee spring game.
Oh, dude. That is an idea right there.
That is an idea.
Hell, look, Lou's willing to give away 2 tickets to the Tennessee spring game. I am willing to throw in 4 tickets to the Georgia spring game.
Damn, you really upped the ante there.
I did.
You went all in.
I tell you what we can do. Whoever your team is, unless it's a team that charges for spring games, I wonder if there are any teams that actually charge for spring games.
I know Miami plays their spring game at a high school stadium.
Are they?
And there's still more empty seats than there is filled seats. No one goes to that thing.
Yeah, it's I guess middle school's next, perhaps.
Might be. Next thing you know, they're going to be doing like we did when we were kids and just playing in the street.
Well, you know, Miami is only one player away for being tied for 3rd most active NFL players. That prestigious list.
Yeah, that is something.
Of course,
serious.
if you look at that roster they've got right now, we won't have to worry about next year being that year.
Yeah.
I love you, Slim Shady. I do. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
You my boy, Blue.
You can tell. You can tell when fans of 2 teams are trying to take shots at each other when you start digging for shit like that. It's bad. Both teams are bad.
Oh, well, not only that, but the overall point of just the things that football fans will argue about to try to one up. When we got Scott Cochran from Alabama, like, I mean,
that was a major shot for you guys, even though he sucked for the last 2 years.
2 weeks of arguing back and forth about strength and conditioning coaches. I mean, it's just.
Well, they are the most important coach.
I mean, when you just sit back and look, like, you know, like grand scheme of things type thing, 50,000 foot view or whatever, and we're arguing about strength and conditioning coaches, and it's just.
That's the level to which college football has advanced.
I know. That's the thing. I was like, we will literally use anything we can. and I tell people this all the time, and it's true. If you're knowledgeable enough, it's impossible to lose a college football argument. Now, you might tie if the other person is just as knowledgeable or whatever, but like we'll just use Georgia and Tennessee as an example. You guys have a more recent natty. You're not any good now. We've beat you a few years in a row, and we just overtook you in the all-time series. But there's like, but you say, yeah, but 1980. And that's just one example. But no matter what two teams you're talking about with an argument, there's always something. Georgia and Ohio State. Ohio State's clearly a better program over the long run overall than Georgia has been. More national titles, all that, more recent national titles. But we beat them in 1993 and the only time that we ever played. So we're undefeated against you. So if you know enough, all you need to know is like one or two angles to attack each team, and you really can't lose.
It's like, I don't know if you've ever played Rook. All you need is one trump card. Oh, that was a bad reference given what time of year it is.
Type.
Yeah.
Orange man, bad.
It is true, though. I mean, all you got to have is one really good point. Argument over.
Yeah.
Microphone drop. All that.
I mean, how many? There's not very many college football teams or programs right now in America that are in a better spot than Georgia. Like, and by not many, I mean maybe 2 or 3. There's not very many. But all those other 125 teams who would gladly trade places with Georgia right now, 1980, 1980, 1980, 1980.
What about Georgia Tech? Well, they've got one too since
1990.
Damn.
Yeah, half.
Poor guys.
Half of one. See.
Hey, half of one's better than none of one.
Well, yeah, but that's how I get them. Congratulations, you won half a title. Whee.
They have a better car than Georgia. Their car can outrun your dog.
That car is cool. I did enjoy seeing that thing when I went up today. They had it parked right out in front of the stadium. You could walk right up to it, look inside of it, take pictures, the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, Georgia Tech, so you got a cool car, right? Isn't that a Model T? I don't know if it is or not. Kind of looks like one.
I think it is, yeah.
Apparently, you or I or both have triggered a few people in the comments.
Wow, what are they doing? The 1980? Oh, 1980.
Well, Snake Spencer
what's he?
even said he was triggered.
Oh, he says he's triggered. Must be probably from the 1980 comments. It's got to be.
No, I would imagine it was the one win.
Yes, that would.
If it makes you feel any better whatsoever, Spence, Tennessee's 1-0 against you too. Yep. Well, all anybody got to do to win an argument with Tennessee is if they got a Heisman winner, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, there you go. No Heismans. Clemson too, ain't it? I don't think they have a Heisman.
I don't know. I'm surprised it took Alabama as long as it took them to get one.
I don't need the Heisman crutch to win an argument with the Tater fan, though. I mean, I think Vandy
got like 480 to 2 or something.
Yeah, I think Vandy and Kentucky have better winning percentages against Georgia than Clemson does. How's that possible?
Oh, here goes Celine Driver. Look, buddy, be careful. I'm watching you.
Hey, BVD.
Yeah.
What was Tennessee's record in 1998?
13-0.
Man, doesn't that feel good? You know what?
It does.
Georgia was undefeated in 1980.
You know what Florida's never done?
Never had a perfect season. What a shame.
Check your watch and see what time it is, Celine Driver.
But hey, 3 times though, BVD, 3 times. Some people voted and had a guess that maybe Florida was better than some of the other teams. I mean, they lost, so we'd never really know for sure, and there was no playoff then. But 3 times out of 120 years, some people voted and said, well, yeah, they lost, but they're still pretty good. That's still good.
Those same bunch of people probably work for Lichtenhouse or whatever that place is that's given Alabama like 6 or 10 extra titles that weren't real.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there. since this is not a college football show, what about Alabama? Say you're arguing with them. Say you're Vanderbilt. Oh boy. What you got on Bama? Okay, I got it.
Oh, you talk about how grades.
Yeah, like
Or
something along the lines of Vanderbilt grads going to be
or you brag
Tell-
about Anderson Cooper.
telling you when to drop the prize.
Yeah. Or you could just spend all day bragging about Anderson Cooper.
I'm assuming he's a Vandy grad, maybe.
Actually, I don't know, but he's a Vanderbilt.
And then, okay,
The family. He's from that family.
okay.
His mother is Gloria Vanderbilt, direct descendant of the Vanderbilts. One of the richest families in American history.
Aren't they? Don't they have something to do with the Biltmore House in Asheville? For some reason, I'm thinking
I ain't got no idea.
They either bought it or
They made all their money off the railroads, off the backs of the Chinamen.
Meanwhile, Rob is sitting at home going, "What the hell are you guys
Oh,
doing?"
yeah, that's right. Let's add this guy. Let's add this scholar to the show here. What do I do? What do I want to?
I'm anxious. I'm dying to find out who Rob is.
Me too.
I got him.
I'm just kidding.
Apparently, his last name is co-host because that's how I have him down on the calendar here.
All right, I'm gonna dial him up, so you'll be on mute for just a second, BVD.
All right.
Good morning, and that Rob co-host here.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Co-host. Let me just add let me add BVD back in real quick and too, and also see if this will work. Should it work? BVD, breathe heavy into the microphone 3 times if you're still there.
Shit.
What's up, Rob?
One of the best mornings I've had. I can honestly say.
That's great.
We do that for people.
We really do.
Yeah.
Take a minute or
Yeah.
two and introduce yourself to the people. You can tell them as much or as little as you want, but you need to at least tell them your name in terms of not your government name, but your comment section name, whatever, what team you are, whatever. You can tell them whatever you want. Go.
Well, I can start off. Rob W. from the comment section. I've been watching LouTube now for probably going on 2 years. I mean, I've seen your videos before that. BVD, I've recently been checking out your channel. I'm a Georgia football fan, so all the 1980 and all that hoopla. Yeah, heard it all. First, though, I want to shout out Squidtard. I don't see him in the comments anymore, but happy birthday to you. And got to give credit to Slim Shady Canes. He is by far one of my favorite commenters in the comment section. Never, ever a slow day when he's there. But I got a little special announcement that I've been talking about in the chat, that I'm newly unemployed. Quit my job yesterday.
Oh, wow.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are congratulations in order, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I'll be fine. I got another job. I start Thursday, which I'm going to be, hopefully I can help Snake Spencer out with that one, because apparently he's never had good bacon, and I'll be working at the Wahoo for a little time being.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Generally, when someone tells you they're recently unemployed, you don't want to congratulate them. But in this particular situation, I guess I understand how you feel. I've had jobs before where I, basically just said, "F you guys, screw you guys, I'm going home."
Yeah, I know we've talked about where I worked before. I don't really care to mention the name, but Lou, I'm from Augusta, so I've worked for this company for almost 8 years, and I moved to Columbia, took over a store up there, or opened a store up there. And if I can tell anyone out there owning a business, just pay your damn bills. It's so simple to pay your bills. And if you have to go in the black or the red to get back in the black, it will be fine. Just ride out the wave. But they couldn't do it. They couldn't do their part. I'm doing things above my pay grade. And finally, I just said, you know what? I can go make damn near just as much money being a damn cook at Waffle House until I get a new job. So I'm trying to get on at the Bridgestone plant out in Aiken. That's one of those jobs that, if you get it, you don't want to let go. So I'm working on that, but it's going to take some time.
Yeah, I've got some friends that started there, like literally when it opened, and they're still there now. That place has been there. I guess it's been about a little over 20 years now. I guess that place has been there, right around 20 years.
That place must be a lot like the Walmart distribution centers as far as job quality goes, because we had one of those open up here about 25 or so years ago, and had a cousin that started there the day they opened the doors, and he is now running one of those distribution centers out in Salt Lake City. So,
and Richard Holton, I promise you, if they were paying me $100K a year, I'd still be working there. I promise you that.
You put up with a lot of shit for $100K.
Yeah, you damn Skippy, I would. And then two, with that, if the pizza man shows up at my house 3 times in a day, I actually ordered the pizza. I'm a strong Papa John's supporter.
And I was going to take a mild shot at you a minute ago. I wish I had of now, damn it.
What's that?
I'm not going to say it now. It'd just be mean. And I'm not that guy.
Well, in spirit of that, BVD, I can inform you that through all the Florida hoopla, Tennessee does have the largest victory in that rivalry, coming in 1990, 45-3. So you can still hold on to that little gem.
Oh, I remember that game very well. It was like 7-3 at halftime or something like that.
Yeah, I was probably still in the womb at that time, so I can't say I remember it, but good for Tennessee.
Yeah, it's the small victories that really pull you through.
Yeah, like 2016 against Georgia.
Mhm. Yep, that's one of them. Yep.
I was just talking about that last night. One of the guys I work with, he was like, "Man, you should go down the line and F you, F you, F you, and just walk out." And I was like, "No, I learned my lesson on that. I'll never forget that game." Jacob Eason dropped that bomb to Riley Ridley. I looked at all my friends that are Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan fans, all these different guys, and I was like, F you, F you, F you. Ha! Not 2 minutes later were they all in my face doing the same thing.
I bet you didn't run around your garage yelling, "Jacob Eason, Christ!"
Jacob Eason, Christ! How you like that, Voltard? Hey, thanks for the super. Let me catch up on some super chats here, and then I'll get out of y'all's way again. Christopher Duncan, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Good morning." In that, it is a good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Slim Shady says, "BBD just reminds Celine, Tennessee discovered football was invented 80 years before Florida." I read that sentence 5 times before I read it out loud, and yeah. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He also says, for the smartest guest host in the history of LouTube. So he's referring to you, of course, Rob, for the nice compliment that you gave to Slim Shady as well. Slim Shady, well, first of all, I talk about Slim Shady all the time. I really like him a lot, too. He's a great commenter. He made my off season last year with the constant back and forth with him and the Florida fans in this comment section.
And Florida
here.
State.
And you know, I will say this: this off season's going good too. It seems to be going by pretty quickly, but I do miss that from last off season. There's not really Do y'all remember? I mean, everybody was talking about that Miami, Florida game. I don't know if it was because it was week 0 or because they haven't played in so long. I don't really know what it was, but it seems like we don't really have that this year. Like that. I know a lot of people are talking about Georgia, Alabama, but that's not really the same because even though we don't play them every year, it's still a conference game. It's week 3. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we have that huge game at the beginning of the season that, like, okay, that's the game. Everybody's talking about that game all off season. Am I wrong?
I'm sitting here trying to think of one of those games right now, and I can't come up with anything.
I mean, Alabama, Southern Cal. I mean, come on, that's a 40-point game.
Whoop-de-doo.
You know. Now week 2,
Alabama, Florida State.
I do think
whoop-de-doo.
week 2 will be Oregon versus Ohio State. I think could be interesting, and that's a home and home series too, which I like those better. So Ohio State has to go
Is that
to
the
Oregon.
first game?
Week 2.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's a pretty big time game.
Washington and Michigan play either week 1 or week 2. So, but there's not that game that just, Georgia and Virginia. Whee! You know what I mean? We don't have that huge, like, man, I've been waiting to see this game for a long time. Now, we have some of those games, but not beginning of the season. Like Notre Dame, Clemson. I think that's going to be a great game. In November, in Notre Dame. I think that's going to be a great game. You know, like
Hey, how
Oregon,
many
Ohio
college
State,
football-
great game.
How many college football teams are playing an NFL team first week of the year? By golly, Tennessee's taking on the 49ers. They were just in the most recent Super Bowl.
Stop it.
Well, they are.
I don't think you want to tote that L.
You're thinking of the wrong 49ers, BBD.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so Charlotte wasn't in the... Daggone it. Well, that's still a big game in Charlotte.
Oh, I forgot about that. Slim Shady. Now, week 1 of 2021. Of course, Georgia's playing Clemson week 1 of 2021. We also have Miami versus Alabama week 1 of 2021. So Slim Shady says he promises he will entertain us all off season heading into 2021 with the Gump comments. That ought to be good too.
Yes, sir. Might not know who your coach is, but it's going to be some great Gump comments.
Dun,
I'm
dun,
sure.
dun, dun, dun. Handy Manny. I can't believe I haven't been called racist yet for that Handy Manny clip that I play every time I mention Manny Diaz's name in a video. It's just a matter of time.
Especially now that you just said you can't believe you haven't been called a racist.
Well, yeah, but you know,
It's an open invitation.
that's
I'll
one of
say.
those.
There you go.
That's one of those things. You know, like
Yeah.
please stop leaving comments on my videos. Type. You know, people will meet. You know.
Speaking of lowlights as such, Lou, you need to hire a phone screener.
What good would that do?
I mean, I guess you're right, but you know, you need a time delay or something. Because I literally got in the car to drive home last night, and I cut on the show, and literally, you're like, "All right, I'm gonna wrap up these last couple callers," and then boom, boom, boom. I was like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why? What is the point of this?"
And then I
Yeah,
guess
they
it's
don't
like,
even get any. They don't even get any recognition for doing it. That's what kills me about it.
yeah.
Well, honestly, they don't deserve it, but you know,
It's 4 or 5 of them that are doing it, and I didn't know this until last night, but they have this Instagram chat group that they're in, and they added me to it, and I'm not going to lie, it's hundreds and hundreds of messages. Well, last night it was like hundreds of messages a minute. In general, it's like hundreds of messages a day, though, where they just sit in there and talk about Uncle Lou all day long. It's the weirdest thing.
What is
that fan
his?
base.
Yeah, I missed that. Who's talking about Uncle Lou all day?
These people that are calling in.
Yeah, the two things I don't get that happens here on YouTube. That one, for one, the calling in and yelling the N word, and I don't know if I want to say this next one because I don't want it to stop for you.
Yeah, don't then.
Yeah.
That would be silly.
Probably wouldn't. Actually, it may help. It may cause people to do it more.
No,
Nah,
it's
it's
good.
not.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go get a refill on my coffee while y'all talk about whatever it is that was next to talk about, and then when I come back, we got to give something away. So figure out what that is and how we're gonna do that too. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, Rob. So that shithead Uncle Lou. What do you think about him?
Man, I actually like Lou. You know, when I first found Lou on YouTube, I was like, who is this crazy guy just screaming at halftime about this Georgia game? Like, dude, I get it, we're all pissed. And then like the more I started watching, it's actually very entertaining
That's the
seeing
first thing
him
people
lose his
do.
mind.
People don't want to see people like me and Lou happy in videos. They want to see us break shit. They want to see us lighting stuff on fire, pissing on stuff. You know, I mean, they want to see the bad side of things.
Well,
So
I mean, that's everything.
in that regard, the last 10 years of Tennessee football has been pretty rewarding for me.
Oh man, that there. But actually, you asked something before I came on about uh charging for spring games. Ohio State actually does, and they sell out every year. And I think there's a couple other teams. I want to say Nebraska does it, and hell, I even think Alabama started doing it. But they sell out the whole stadium. And I'm sitting there, I went to 93K Day when Kirby first came to UGA, and I'm sitting there thinking, if you just charge $5 compared to normal ticket prices, that you're still making a killing.
Oh,
You know?
people would definitely pay it. I mean,
Hell yeah. I'd pay
it's crazy.
$5.
It's crazy how the spring game has grown. You know, back in the 80s, Tennessee set a quote unquote world record. They did it just to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. I think there was 76,000 people showed up to the spring game. And back then, that was, you know, Jesus,
Unheard of.
unheard of. Um, Nowadays, I mean, I didn't know Bama charged, but
It might not. I might be misreferencing that. But in funny news, do you know what an Orby is?
a what?
Wait, what?
An Orby.
We don't do that here.
Lou, you might know these things. So do you remember when you were a kid, you get the little
Whoa,
packs
whoa, whoa,
at-
whoa, 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 whoa! Not getting this channel shut down.
You used to get the little sponge packs, and they'd be like dried up, dinosaurs, and you put them in the water and they blow up.
Hmm.
So they have these little gel ball things that are basically the same thing. They come in little,
Mhm.
they're like the size of a BB when you get them, but you put them in water and they blow up to the size of a marble. This man clogged up his entire neighborhood's septic system, sewage system, by doing the YouTube video of filling up his bathroom with Orbeez. Literally shut down his whole neighborhood.
I know. I don't know if you guys watched Roman Atwood. I think that's his friggin' name.
The YouTube
Yeah,
guy?
that's his name. Yeah, yeah. They did that. They filled up their son's bathtub with those things, and I'm not mistaken. They didn't. Something must have went wrong or something. But the little Orbeez didn't. How much are they supposed to blow up? I mean,
They go from like the size of a BB to maybe the size of a marble. I
oh,
mean,
okay.
not that much, not too big, but when you clog up, when you send them down the drain and they can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So does it have to be a
Yeah.
bunch of kids, or can it be just two?
I mean, if you give these to Troll, I'm sure he could do it by himself.
But would that really be an Orby?
Well, I mean, if he uses his left hand and his right hand, I mean, there's multiple action there, you know.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, Christy. Wee.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Just like you were
Yeah.
talking about earlier, your car going crazy. All I could think was wee oo, wee oo, wee oo.
Yeah, it was weird. Like everything in that car is digital, all the gauges and everything, but all these weird messages started popping up on the screen, like something about the traction control and then something about the anti-lock brakes, and things were beeping, and I was like, what in the hell is going on? And it was pouring down rain. So I was like, hey, is something done shorted out or what? And then the car wouldn't start. And then the weirdest thing, when I say the battery was dead, I'm talking about the power seats wouldn't even work. Like it was dead as a doornail.
DED dead.
What?
I need a little message on there that pops up and says, "Hey, dipshit, you can't turn on your radio without your car being on for an hour and expect your battery to last." But you know
Right.
what?
Well,
Seriously,
yeah.
though, Lou,
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time. I'd go 2-3 hours listening to the radio without the car starting and not have a bit of trouble. So, AutoZone said your battery was fine, huh?
No, they said it was dead.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
they said it was
They
fine.
said it was
Okay.
dead, and I'm wondering if that's just what they always say. But that was the original battery, so the battery was six
okay,
years old
yeah.
at least, So, so I just went ahead and got it. But the weirdest thing though, like literally dead as a doornail. The power seats wouldn't work. I mean, literally nothing would work. But the parking lights were on and would not turn off. They would not turn off. I couldn't get them to turn off. I have automatic lights. I even switched it to the off position instead of the auto position where it senses the daylight or whatever. Weird. So it was just the weirdest thing, but it ended up being just a battery. So that sucks. I had to buy a new battery, but like compared to what I was thinking in my head, if it was some sort of weird electrical problem, I guess it could have been a lot worse. So but what'd y'all decide?
Oh, Rob, what did we decide there, buddy? I was like, huh? What?
I'd say a free donation to my speeding ticket fund. Yeah.
Pretty clever.
I'm definitely going to need help for that. It's about $440.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need a different show to help you with that.
Yeah. Apparently, even if I did a live stream and got super chats for it, I wouldn't get that much for them, huh?
About half.
Doornail. As dead as a doornail.
The hell? What's going on here?
I was.
That's your girlfriend, BBD?
Brian, I would have to get my speed reduced like 48 miles an hour to even make a dent in my fine.
My dad got a super speeder ticket a few months ago in his GT 500, and it was about, I think it was $500 or $600.
Super speeder.
Thank God South Carolina does not have super speeder.
He was on some country road out in the middle of nowhere, like up in Washington, Georgia.
So,
Came
will you guys tell me what a super speeder ticket is? Because I'm a perfect driver. I never break the law.
In Georgia, if you're caught 25 miles over the limit or more, it's called a super speeder ticket, and basically it just means the fines are like tripled and all that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
And
Like
Lou, I also found out that if you're on a back road, well, I guess that's still 20 miles an hour, but if you're on a back road at 55 and you're going 75, super speeder. And you have to be going over 85 on the highway for it to be eligible to be a super speeder.
Yeah, he was
Like
on
on the
some country
interstate.
road. The speed limit was 45, and he was doing over 100.
Do you guys know there are places in this country where the speed limit is literally 85 miles an hour?
Yeah, aren't there
Yes.
some places like that out west, like where you're
Yeah.
literally riding through nothing, like maybe West Texas or parts of
Mhm.
maybe New Mexico or even the Midwest or something? I think I've heard that too.
Yeah, first time I saw one of those speed limit signs when I was touring the country 2 years ago, I thought I was seeing things.
What's the normal speed limit in Tennessee on a stretch of highway? Is it? Well, there's a lot of mountains there, but so if you're not in the mountains, and is it 70, 75?
Most places, yeah, 65 or 70.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is here. Now, I've been on the Autobahn in Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And there are speed limits in some places on the auto. It's not, some people just have the idea, oh, there's no speed limits in Germany. No, there's plenty of speed limits, but there are certain stretches on the Autobahn where there is no speed limit.
Jeez.
And we didn't do anything.
amazing-
We were in a rental car. I forget, some little bitty thing. So I mean, I don't even know if we were doing the minimum speed limit, but
What's amazing is how Chrissy was just talking about the potholes in South Carolina roads. You know that on the Autobahn, if a crack or a pothole forms and it's been reported or noted, they have to fix it within 24 hours to maintain that highway. Whereas South Carolina's had the same shitty roads for the last 30 years.
oh, I crack a lot of jokes when I do these hype and hate videos, but every single thing I've ever said about the roads in South Carolina is 100% true. The worst road system I've ever driven on.
Literally,
When
there's
I
a
lived there, most of the roads off of the main thoroughfares were dirt or sand. But I lived down, what do they call it, the low country? Something like that. I lived down right above Charleston in a little turd community called St. George.
they still have sections of roads like that in the capital of South Carolina, where you'll be driving on pavement and all of a sudden it'll switch over to gravel and it's like in-state maintenance. You go a quarter of a mile and it's like resume state maintenance. It's like, what? Why? Y'all couldn't pave this quarter of a mile? Like, what?
Slim Shady got jokes.
The speed limit in Memphis is 70. In Knoxville, it's derp. They got a lot of
Knoxville
those.
used to have some of the worst interstate roads in the world. I know truck drivers used to, hell, anybody in a vehicle used to hate driving through 40 on Knoxville because it was just a freaking pothole nightmare. Pot craters, more like it.
Well, speaking of I-40 and a pothole, I was coming back from Pigeon Forge, just crossed the North Carolina border, driving. I got a Kia Forte, small sedan, and I go to change lanes around this truck right as we're going onto an overpass, and I'm talking boom. I looked over at my fiance and I was like, Jesus Christ. What the hell was that? And we look over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, all pulled over with flat tires. And she looks back at me and goes, well, at least our tire didn't blow. Bing!
Boom.
Tire light comes on. And you know that in new cars, like that size car, they do not sell a spare tire in the car for miles per gallon purposes to increase your miles per gallon. So I'm stuck.
What?
I'm stuck 20 miles away from town on the interstate in the mountains. Got to call roadside assistance. Roadside assistance says, I'm like, hey, I was driving down the highway. I hit a pothole. My tire busted. Do you have a spare? No. Can you pump it up with your run flat kit or your air pump kit? No. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to help you because this would be considered a collision because you hit a pothole. I'm like, all right, wait. Let me rephrase that. I drove over a pothole. Now will you send somebody? No, we're not going to be able to send somebody. I was like, okay, all right. I had to pay for that 20-mile tow ride out of pocket, which, I mean, they only cover up to 5 miles, $100 or so. So, I mean, I would have paid most of it by myself. But, boy, you want to talk about the hell I raised with Farm Bureau over that shit to the point that I ended up leaving them. I was like, you know what, you're going to pay me my money, and then I'm going to find new insurance.
Are you the only hell your mama ever raised, Rob?
I surely am. I'm the baby, and I'm the only boy.
Yeah, you should have told him this pothole ran out in the road. Got in front of you.
Or I should have just had my mama call him. She would
Or
have
you should
handled
have
it.
bought a car with a spare tire in it. That would have probably helped too.
Well, that was the thing. I didn't even know. Well, I knew at that time, but the first time the tire went out, my fiance called me, and I was still driving my old Jeep. She called me and said she blew a tire, and I'm like, okay, call roadside assistance, they'll come swap it out, but go ahead and, you know, pull the thing off the cover off the trunk so that they can easily get to the tire. She opened it up and was like, there's no tire back here. What the hell? And ironically, I just bought a 2019 Kia Forte, and it comes with a spare tire, or at least mine did. I have a friend that I worked with. He bought the same car. His doesn't have a spare tire. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I got one.
My car doesn't come with a spare tire. It comes with a tire inflator thingy or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
You plug it into your
But I
cigarette
mean,
lighter.
if you damage your tire too much, that thing's not going to do a damn thing.
Right. If you shred your tire, you're out of luck. I ran over a nail. It's been a couple of months ago now. I came outside to go somewhere, and the tire was completely flat. I was like, what the hell? And I looked at it, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. And I'd never used that repair kit or whatever the hell it is in the trunk back there. So I got it out, plugged it into the cigarette lighter, hooked it up to the tire, pumped it right up, and then I let it sit there for a few minutes to make sure it wasn't going to immediately go flat. It kept air. So I drove it up to the tire place, and they checked it, and there was a nail in the side. So it works for stuff like that, but
Are they really trying to convince people that not having a spare tire is going to help your fuel mileage?
I could care less about my fuel mileage when it comes to me being on the side of the road for
I know,
3
right?
hours.
How much could that possibly help your mileage? I mean, I don't even get that one.
Well, and speaking of that too, again, I was working in Columbia, so right there with some of the worst drivers in America. I actually bought my own. It's a DeWalt power station. It'll jumpstart your car. It'll pump up your tires. You can plug your phone into it. It's got lights on it, all the stuff, and you literally plug it up and charge it. And I've had that in the trunk since helping a buddy out. And the other day I was at the Kroger, and this kid pulls up to the tire pump, flat tire, solid. I'm talking flat. He walks around, tries to pump up the tire, and has no avail. And then next thing I know, I'm sitting there on the phone. I see him driving off. And I was like, oh, hell no. You're not about to just go get on the road with that flat tire and just drive somewhere. So I literally pull around and I stop him. I'm like, hey, man, does the air pump not work? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, here, I got you. And I tried to use my thing to pump up his tire, and I realized that wasn't going to work. And I was like, man, this ain't going to work for you. Do you have a spare? He's like, I don't know. I was like, well, let's check. Open your trunk. He has one. I'm like, all right, let's get this on here. He's like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, dude, you're almost 18, 19, 20 years old, and you don't know how to change a tire? I'm no mechanic, but I can change a damn tire in about 20 minutes or less, with the right equipment. But he was literally about to get back on the road and drive about 2 miles to his brother's house, whose car it was, and just on a solid flat tire.
You just completely ruined any shot you might have ever had at being a tire changer on a NASCAR pit crew.
I will gladly pass on that.
Those people are more of an athlete than the drivers are.
Oh, they're amazing. I still haven't figured out how they can take those freaking lug nuts off and put them back on that quick. I know it's got something to do with a Celine driver might know this. Aren't the nuts kind of glued on there? I know when they put them on, the lug nuts obviously are already on there, but still, here we go again. You still got to be able to hit the hole. It's amazing what those guys can do.
It is pretty amazing. So what about the giveaway though?
I mean, there's always the old standard T-shirt. I mean,
Well,
when all
let's
else
see what the
fails.
merchandise is.
Well, I know one thing we're not giving away: Rob's spare tire.
No, that thing ain't going nowhere. Hell, I've been tempted to go down to the pull apart and just find the Kia Forte rim and take it to my buddy and get a fifth wheel just to have in the car for the other Kia.
Pull apart. I'm assuming that's like a junkyard, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pay a fee at the door, and whatever you can go pull off the car yourself, it's pretty much yours. Now, if you pull off a major part, they'll charge you a certain price for it. But,
Oh, I'm sure there's stipulations.
oh yeah.
I bet we give away Uncle Lou's dead battery.
I donated it to the car place.
Shipping would be a bitch on that one.
And probably illegal.
Yeah.
I don't go to the post office very often, but I'm pretty sure dead car battery is in that list of things they.
I just about bet you. You probably have better luck.
Got any
sending
pipe bomb?
somebody
Got any pipe bombs?
of
Liquids,
weed.
perishable, dead car batteries. That kind of
Quiches.
thing.
It's
Did you say quiche? I was late, but
did.
that way it took a minute to register. But I was like, wait a minute, quiche. He said, I like jokes that call back to a joke from an hour ago or yesterday or whatever. But that took me a minute, but I got it there. I'm proud of you on that one, BVD. That was good. That proves that you were paying attention at least two different points of the show today.
There you go.
outstanding.
That too.
That's funny. My mini helmet collection is up to 2 now. So I have Florida and Georgia now. So, of course,
Well,
BVD
I'm
is
still
sending me
waiting
the
on an
Tennessee one.
address.
Yeah.
I mean, what do I do? Just order one and send it to
You
Augusta,
keep asking
Georgia?
for my address. You've been asking for my address for like 3 months. I tell you what, when you send me that Tennessee helmet, I'll give you my address.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, geez. How hard is
I know
it?
it. You know, now
Yeah.
that I think about it,
see
it
how-
is pretty rude of me to ask for your address when I'm trying to send you something. How stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, BVD, how did your address live on air work out before? Let's be honest.
Well, up until the other night, pretty well.
I have to
I-
agree. They could have been much more creative than just ordering a pizza.
Yeah,
It,
silly
it
me.
could have been so much better.
You
silly
think
me
if I-
thinking that
You think
Go ahead,
if I post my address on a couple of videos, a bunch of people will send me mini helmets from all the SEC teams?
I just about guarantee it.
No,
They might send you
I'm not
something
fa-
mini, but it might not be helmets.
I'm not falling for that. I'm not.
You get a bag from Lucy's Love Shop on your doorstep.
I do want to go get a PO box though, because I think we talked about this not that long ago, BVD. But it is funny, some of these YouTubers that you watch that do the whatever
Oh, yeah.
openings or what.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that people send them is hilarious. So
Yeah.
I've been thinking about doing that for a while. I might go do that. I think it would. I have a feeling that I would receive some pretty interesting things in that PO box from time to time, and it might make for a good video once a month or something. I've never had a PO box before though. Let me ask you this: if I have a PO box and somebody sends me something that doesn't fit in the PO box, then what?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure they just hold it and
Probably,
put you a
right?
little note
Maybe put a
you
note
little
in.
note
Okay.
in there.
But they don't it's not a type of thing where if it doesn't fit, they do a return to sender or something, right?
Surely not.
Okay. Because I know they have different sizes of PO boxes you can get too. So, like, why would I pay more for the bigger one if I can
Right.
get the smaller one and it doesn't fit? They just hold it. I guess because
if you
like
started getting a bunch of oversized stuff, they might,
they might say something. Yeah.
hey, yo, dude,
Plus
you
you
got
can
bigger boxes.
Yeah, and a lot of people do the PO box because they can't get to the post office during regular hours or something. You can check your PO box at 2 a.m. At least here you can. It's a separate entrance and it never locks. It's like the door at Waffle House. It doesn't even have a lock on it. But if you go there at 2 a.m. and there's a note in there that says your package was too big, you're out of luck. You got to then come back, while they're actually there or something. I guess that's what the deal is with that. I should do that. I should go get a PO box. I bet you I'll get some interesting stuff in there.
You really should, Lou.
Yeah.
I think you would
make a good video.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'd make a good video, and you'd probably get the rest of the mini helmets you need. Hint.
Yeah. I only need 12 more. You know what I'm going to do when football season starts? I'm going to make a bet with every single team we play. I'm going to find somebody, and it's going to be a mini helmet bet every single time. So, like, when we play Auburn, I'm not doing the thing with Troll where he has to call in and sing another song. It's going to be a mini helmet bet. I'll lose some. Even if Georgia has a bad season, though, I'll win more than I lose. Georgia's not going to go under 500. So if I can get 6, 7, 8 people to do that with me, I'll win. I'll win more than I'll lose.
What about the 6 teams you don't play? I guess you could always make bets with them anyway. If they play Alabama or something like that, or if they play Tennessee.
And if you bet Troll, you're going to have to get his mother to sign his permission slip.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's no doubt. Yeah, he doesn't have PayPal or anything along those lines. So
anyway, back to the giveaway.
Yeah. Let's see what we're going to give away. Yeah, I don't know what to give away other than a T-shirt again.
Apparently, I've hurt this Studi guy's feelings this morning. I'm doing good.
What'd you do to Studi?
I don't know.
He says he's collecting fake dicks from each SEC
team.
Yeah,
talking about addresses and.
I believe him.
Coming in,
I believe him.
My
actually.
spare tire.
I believe he is collecting fake dicks. Sometimes they type something in there and you're like, he's just trolling. I believe him.
Studi.
That's a new name, so you know what that means. You got to watch out for those.
Okie dokie. Hey, we could give away the no, I can't do that.
Apparently we need to give away a Hooked on Phonics for all the grammar in the comment section. Christy's policing them over here.
Get them. Your and then there and there really screws with people's minds.
And we're.
Yeah, that one too.
The one that kills me, the biggest grammatical error, and it's mostly Southern people, I think mostly Southern people, when they say, I'm going to our team's football game, they'll spell it A-R-E. That drives me batty.
Yeah.
Is that Dago? I think he's got a good idea. Give away a coffee mug.
Oh, a coffee mug.
It is a morning show.
Yeah. I do have Bluetooth coffee mugs I could give away. Well, I don't have them, but they're on the Uncle Lou store, so I could do that instead of a shirt. Yeah. All right. So we know
now that you got that ironed out.
Yeah.
What's how you gonna give it away?
Yeah. I want to do it. I want to do it where anyone can win this time. We usually do the super chat thing.
Yeah.
And I hate now not to do that because then people are going to be like, well, why super chat? And win it for free. But literally everything I've ever given away has been through the super chat. So, we'll just do something in the regular comment section. But here's the thing: you do have to be 18 or over to win. Because I need an address, and I can't have anybody under the age of 18 sending me an address just so your mom or dad can send me angry emails later that you sent some stranger on YouTube your address type thing. So, other than that, anybody can win. You have to be 18 or over though. Fair enough.
How about that? Sounds fair. How about the first person to correctly pick a number that we choose between 2 and 3.
Oh my God.
I just wonder how many people are sitting there going, what?
I think I was first.
What? Rob wins. Rob wins.
How about who can name all the first 10 digits of pi?
Oh God.
Oh, that's easy. That's
I
easy.
was about to say, Google is your friend.
Nah, let's see. Pumpkin, apple, cherry, pecan, chocolate, butterscotch, coconut, key lime. There's 8.
Lemon meringue.
9.
Apple streusel.
Sweet
strudel.
potato. Sweet potato. I win. I want a mug.
Hold on.
So what are we gonna do, Woo?
I might have some.
How we going?
I might have something
gonna-
here. Not that. That's too easy. Hold on, I got something here.
Crawfish pie. Yeek.
Ooh.
All right. Trivia. Okay. This
So
is
this is basically whoever's the quickest person to Google.
yes, or someone, believe it or not, may actually know the answer.
That's always possible. Either way, fair enough.
Christopher Duncan.
All right, here we go. First correct answer in the comments section. And we're going to do it this way. The answer is going to be a team, okay? The team has to be spelled out. It can't be well, I can tell you right now the answer is not Georgia, but if it was, it can't be UGA. It can't be UGA. And the reason is it's possible that there could be 2 teams to have the same abbreviation or something. I don't want any confusion. I'm just trying to eliminate any argument or problem that arises. So whatever the correct answer is to this question, it has to be typed out. You don't have to type the mascot's name. So like in Georgia's case, you could just type Georgia. You wouldn't have to type Georgia Bulldogs, but you would have to actually type out Georgia. So here's the question. First one to correctly name this team will win a LouTube coffee mug. You have to be 18 or older. If you win, send an email to crazyunclelou@gmail.com, and we'll go from there, okay? And remember, you have to give me your address. So if there's a reason you don't want to do that, don't participate in the giveaway. I clearly can't mail you anything if you're not willing to give me your address. So, and you guys have to, or BVD, help me see who gets this first. But, okay, so the question is, which college football team, FBS team, it's not including FCS, which FBS team in college football all time has the highest winning percentage?
Rutgers. Vanderbilt.
Really?
Really?
Come on, man. No. Jason Sturkey is the winner. Rob, you can't win. What are you doing? I can't believe I actually should have needed to tell you that. I'm disappointed and ashamed of you.
My apologies. I just want the coffee mug.
Jason Sturkey is the winner. So, Jason Sturkey, email me at crazyunclelou@gmail.com.
He didn't read my comment. He typed it up on his own.
Congratulations. Michigan has the highest winning percentage of any FBS college football team. We'll do another one. Same idea. Oh, this one's interesting.
Hold up, Lou.
All right.
Rob,
I'm away from my iPad.
you don't get to play, sir. Go.
All right. We're on to the next one now. All right, here we go. Same rules as before. Which FBS team has the most overall conference championships? Dang, nobody knows this one. Oh, somebody got it. Andy Russell. It's Nebraska. That surprised me. What about you, BVD?
I was looking at that. Yes and no. I mean, you think about all the years they were really good, and literally no one else in that conference was worth a shit. It was them and Oklahoma.
What is
I
the
guess.
longest standing conference?
I guess no, it doesn't. Probably the Southern Conference, maybe, or like the Yankee Conference, something up there in the Northeast, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, it's 9:47. We'll do one more. We'll do it at 10 o'clock, and this one will be for the Super Chats, though. So we'll do it the same way we normally do. So we gave two away to literally anybody. You didn't have to give a dime to win. Now we're going to do one for the Super Chats, okay? So every $5 that you've given in a Super Chat today will enter you to win the third and final coffee mug, okay? And we're going to do it at 10 o'clock, so that gives you 13 minutes. So now once my clock here says 10 o'clock, I'm going to say that's it, and then there's no more after that, because last time we kept adding and adding and adding. That gives you 13 minutes. So, you know what? I don't need that $2.
Yeah, we don't. I was going to say.
I do appreciate you trying hard, though.
You mean that 50 cents?
Yeah.
Because honestly, that truly shocked me, and I didn't know that until. I mean, I know you don't like to rant about YouTube, but you were the first person that I heard talk about Super Chats, and I mean, I know that they were screwing people on ads. I mean, that's been long standing, but Super Chats, like, I was under the thought that I was giving that money straight to you or straight to whoever I was, contributing to, but Jesus.
Yeah. Like I said before, I'm appreciative for what YouTube has done for me, and I don't mind them taking a percentage of anything. They should, but the percentage that they take on Super Chats is robbery in my opinion.
I do have a question about ads, though. Do you get to pick what ads?
No.
No.
No? It's all generated by the algorithm, because
You
I
don't get
noticed
to
how
pick them.
Advertisers can pick a channel, but a channel can't pick an advertiser.
Right. And I don't think you get to pick where the ad is placed either.
Oh my God, Lou, you'll be in the middle of a
They give you
rant.
some options, but
If
yeah,
your video is over 10 minutes long, you can choose where the ads go.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking, you'll be in the middle of a rant, and then
I know.
boom, here's a cruise.
If
and
you,
it's like,
the reason it does that, if you don't pick where the ad goes, it looks for a break in your video. So if the algorithm notices that you're going from one scene to another in a video, it'll choose to place the ad there, which generally makes some sense on the surface, but like you said, like it happens a lot with my hype and hate videos. I'll go, come get you some, bitch, and then the music is supposed to kick in, and the scene changes to Miko Harmon jumping through the G, but it completely ruins it, because as soon as I say, come get some, bitch, and then an ad for ramen noodles will play, or whatever it is, and it completely ruins it. But it's time consuming to go in after. You have to wait till after the video is uploaded. And then if it's over 10 minutes long, there is a way you can go in and move the ads around in terms of where they're played. But it's time consuming, and I just don't do it. So that's that.
I mean, it's crazy how it works. You search one thing one time, and you're going to see that ad everywhere.
Yeah.
Facebook, Dog Nation, YouTube. I've been seeing the same ad for a month now when I Googled the, like, crystal, like I don't know, they fill it with bubbles or whatever. Like, you give them a picture and they make it into this, like, glass crystal thing. I've been seeing that ad since before Valentine's Day. It won't go away.
Hey, tell that damn bird to shut up.
Robbery. Highway robbery.
I know you two live in your cage in your mom's garage, but there is life outside of that.
Listen, I'm safe in here.
I feel you on that.
It's safe in here.
Yeah, especially from all this damn rain. I swear. Floods every other day.
The only thing I have to worry about in here is the popcorn falling off the ceiling. That's it. That's my biggest fear.
That man-made rain.
Oh. I told Mrs. Lou the other day, like, I'm in such a good place right now. I said it's been a long time since I could say anything close to this. I said, but literally my biggest fear in life right now is waking up in the morning and we're out of coffee. Like, I just have no concerns right now other than that. I mean, I have the tip of, you worry about your kids all the time. I'm not talking about that, but there's nothing going on or whatever that is giving me any anxiety or putting pressure on me in any type of way or whatever. I'm just in a good spot lately. And I said, the world would be, if everyone's biggest concern was waking up without coffee, the world would be such a better place.
Funny you should mention that. I'm down to like a handful of scoops myself. I take care of that.
I have somehow managed to train my subconscious or something. It's weird. Well, first of all, we are terrible grocery shoppers here. I probably go to the grocery store 5 times a week, and that's insane. Yeah. But for whatever reason, that's just how it has worked out best for us. Some people go like once a week, they spend their $200 or $300, whatever they spend, and they're good or whatever, and that's probably a way better way to do it. You try to save a lot of time. I mean, I literally probably make 5 or 6 trips to the grocery store a week, but I go to first of all, when I go to the grocery store, I have to have a list, and if it's not on that list, I'm not getting it. It can be 2 things. If they're not written down somewhere, where I'll forget one of them. So, but I tend to go and get whatever it is we're needing for today and tomorrow or whatever, whether it's dinner for tonight or we're out of laundry detergent, whatever the case may be. And I swear I know I go 5 times a week. At least.
Yeah, we're quite the opposite. We have to force ourselves to go to the store, and that's as sad as it is. Literally, we have to be out of like toilet paper, laundry detergent, or body wash type stuff before we're like, yeah, we should probably go to the store. And then we get there and we're like, yeah, we should probably buy some food while we're here.
But somehow I've trained my subconscious or something, like I can be at the grocery store and really have no idea how much coffee we have left at home, but somehow I'm able to say like, okay, I know we need, like, I just know somehow. It's almost like some kind of force power or something that I have where I don't know.
Addiction.
I always
addiction to coffee.
I always buy coffee at exactly the right time. Like, I always buy coffee when we have maybe enough to make 1 or 2 more pots, because it's aggravating. Coffee I buy it by the big canisters or whatever, and it takes up a lot of room. So it's, you don't want to have just a bunch of extra coffee. Who needs that aggravation? But for some reason, I've got it nailed down pretty good. And then there's a lot of other things too that we've put on automatic order from Amazon, and that works out good. Like our animals eat a certain amount of food a month or whatever it is, and we've got it figured out, and it just automatically gets delivered by Amazon. Dog food comes every 3 weeks or whatever the case. So there's a lot of things we have on automatic delivery like that, where just out of the blue, laundry detergent shows up. So that makes life easier too.
Let me ask y'all: are y'all traditional coffee people, or do you have like a Keurig or something of the such?
We have both. We make a pot every morning, and then sometimes I drink coffee in the evenings sometimes, or like late afternoons, like after dinner. I'll sometimes make a cup of coffee, and sometimes we'll do the Keurig for that instead of making a whole pot.
I got the little 5-cup coffee maker. Very rarely do I ever actually make a full pot of it, because it's just me. I'm the only person here that drinks coffee.
I bought my fiance a Keurig for Christmas. It sat on the counter for like 2 years before she sold it on Augusta yard sale.
Wow.
Yeah, all because I have
Thought
one
that
at
counts,
work.
honey.
Yeah, I have one at work. I'm like, well, the whole point is you can make it before you get to work. That way you don't go to Starbucks and spend $5-6 on coffee every morning.
It's so weird to me that this random name picker website, every time I go to it, it has all the names in it from the time before. That's so weird because it's not like the type of thing where you sign in with an account or something like that. So I guess it's just based off the IP address or something. Because the last list of names is always still in there, which is convenient because that's less names I have to type in that. Which is important on account of how busy I am.
Do you ever watch Dog Nation?
No, I'm blocked from there, so I don't
really?
patronize them.
How did you manage that?
I'm blocked from their Facebook page, but I don't discriminate. So if you block me from there, I take the hint, and I don't watch you on YouTube. So that's how that went down.
What are you doing watching other YouTubers anyway, Lou?
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Chip Towers blocked me on Facebook after the Mark Richt firing.
You've been asking for it forever?
Oh, well, yeah, but what pissed me off is Mark Richt gets fired, Kirby Smart gets hired. We have spring practice or whatever, but then fall camp starts. It's Kirby Smart's heading into Kirby Smart's first season. He spent the first 2 weeks of Georgia's practice in Miami doing a 2-week segment on how Mark Richt's first year at Miami was going. And I'm thinking, and I let him know how fucking stupid that was. And those are probably the exact words I used too. And I just rode his ass. I made a video about it too on YouTube, and then the next time I went to Dog Nation, I was blocked from commenting. So that was the end of my. And someone told me last time I told this story. Someone told me that Chip Towers isn't even with Dog Nation anymore. I don't know whether that's true or not, because, like I said, I wrote him off.
Undefeated.
Right. But I mean, that's ridiculous. He was doing videos on Mark Richt's couch in his living room and stuff during the first 2 weeks of Kirby Smart's practice at University of Georgia. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? What's wrong with you?
More importantly, why did your bosses send you to go cover that story?
I told him, I said, just stay down there, man. I said, I-95 doesn't run north. It just stay down there. I-95 north is closed permanently. Just stay down there, deadbeat. He got mad. Oh, well. All right, it's 10 o'clock, so I'm not telling you can't super chat me anymore, but if you do, it won't count to get entered in the thing. I'm going to start entering these names in. Waikiki is in there. I'm starting from the bottom. Started from the bottom now. Yeah, I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up. So, got Waikiki in that. Michael Gill, good morning to you. He said, so what is the drawing for? I had to fast forward 2 minutes. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Giving away a coffee cup. We're going to do we're going to pick a random name out of the super chatters here. And your name is entered once for every $5. So thank you for the super chat, Mr. Gill, and good luck. I hope you win. Of course, I hope everyone wins. So
We have
Waikiki,
a liar in the comments section.
what's he saying?
Elvis Presley says, LOL, Lou, you kill me, dude. That's a straight up lie. We know peanut butter and banana sandwiches killed you, Elvis.
Killed who?
Elvis.
I think a little more than peanut butter and banana sandwiches did it, but
Yeah. Might have been some narcotics mixed in there.
conspiracy.
Actually, Elvis is not dead. I'm convinced that him and Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix and maybe a couple of other supposedly dead singers are all shacked up in some cabin in the woods. Right.
And John Travolta and Nicolas Cage are vampires.
Hmm. Speaking of 95 running south while you're doing that there, Lou, I had to, after the doctor yesterday, I went to the pharmacy and our Walgreens here. I hate that place, but that's pretty much where I have to go. And there was a huge ass line when I walked in there. And I walked up and went to the back of the line, and, you know, the last guy in line had this disgusted look on his face. And so I was trying to cheer him up a little bit. I said, well, at least it's not a long wait. And he, you know, he cracked a smile and giggled. And then this woman walked up, both arms full of shit, cereal, you know, diaper, just all kinds of shit. She sets all of her stuff down right there beside all of us and starts going on this rant about how she's not standing in line holding my cereal and blah. I mean, just, I think she was talking to me, but I wasn't paying any attention to her. I was looking straight forward, and she went on literally for like 3 or 4 minutes. And some other woman walked up behind her and made the ungodly mistake of saying something to her. And so she turned around and started bitching to this woman. And when she finally got done bitching, she said, well, that's just Greenville for you. No, actually, welcome to the state of Tennessee. And I was thinking, one more comment, bitch. One more. Go ahead, one more. She said something else. I can't remember what it was. And I turned around and I said, you know what? That patchy green grass that's in between the 4 lanes out there, that basically tells you the road goes both ways. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. She didn't say another word. The guy in front of me he giggled the rest of the way. This bitch, man, good God. I should have made a video of her. I would have gladly put her on YouTube without her permission.
It's just amazing to me how people can be in such disarray in their life that stuff like that just triggers them to the point of going off on somebody. You don't even know these people. Or telling your life story to somebody. Like, I do not care.
I mean, I consider myself a pretty friendly dude. I talk to people out in public, but you can generally tell when someone doesn't want to talk. Especially after 5 minutes of just ranting about stupid shit. Don't want to stand there holding our cereal. Okay, so the pharmacy line is pretty long. Go to the front of the store. There's nobody up there.
And I'm pretty sure these pharmacies have buggies. Like,
they do.
All of them. Your dumbass just didn't grab a buggy.
I'm not going to say it.
Well, you can't fix stupid.
Yeah, that patch of green grass I was talking about is called a medium. Specifically speaking, though, you know.
And you can take your UOR or UO apostrophe RE ass out of here.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what kind of Valentine's Day she had. Mercy. Uncle Lou's still over there typing.
I'm working on. I'm almost done. I'm working on it here. I've got them all entered in. I just got to get them lined up now. And also, where are we at? There. Yep.
Yeah, Christy, that was just for you. I promise. Speaking of Chick-fil-A, do you have a Chick-fil-A where you are, BVD?
Yeah, we have one at the college here.
Okay. Lou, I'm sure you go to Chick-fil-A, and there's plenty of them around. If you do not have the Chick-fil-A app, you are screwing yourself.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and put my order in, and literally it'll tell you, all right, when you get to the restaurant, we'll prepare your order. Or you can click this little button that says prepare my food now. And you click that button. It doesn't matter how far away you are, it'll start preparing your food. You can walk in the door. I'm talking the stores in Augusta or Columbia. There's at least 10 people in line at any given time, if not 20 or more. And you walk in, you talking about the looks on people's faces? When I can walk into Chick-fil-A and have 30 people standing in line, and I walk to the counter and they're like, oh, Rob, here's your food, and walk out the door.
Oh, you have to get out of your car?
So mad.
You have to get out of your car and go in? Yeah, forget that. I don't have time for that. All right, I got the names pulled up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run through them real quick, and then I'm going to give people a minute or two to let me know if I missed you for some type of way. So if you donated, pay attention here. Make sure I have this down right. We'll go through it. Like I said, I'll wait a minute, give you a chance to tell me I missed something, and then we're going to start the drawing. I've got Waikiki in, Michael Gill times 3, Celine Driver times 2, Jordan Bowman times 2, Chris Duncan times 2, Slim times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Mike W times 2, and Tiger Cat. So I'll go through it one more time. Tiger Cat 1, Mike W 2, Slim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Chris Duncan 2, Jordan Bowman 2, Celine Driver 2, Michael Gill 3, Waikiki 1. So I'll give you a minute or so in the comment section to tell me, hey, you missed mine, or hey, I'm supposed to have this many, or whatever the case, and then we will proceed.
Master of Dreams says we forgot him.
All right, let me look.
Yeah, he did have one, but his comment can go unsaid.
Well, it was $2 though, so that's why you're not in there. Unless
that's not the dude that you took a comment down from, was it?
No.
No.
Master of Dreams is a mod.
Okay.
He's been here a long time.
I was gonna say
he did too. If you want to get in, you got to. It's $5. So you got. I'm not telling you have to, but it's $5 an entry. And you unless I missed one, you did the $1.99, which I appreciate. Is thank you. I'm not degrading that or at all, but it's the giveaway was $5. So I'll give you a minute or two and see what you want to do. And then Rob W. We'll let you pick the number today. So pick a number 1 through 10.
You let me know when.
Now.
8.
8. All right. So we'll pick 8 names. The 8th name will be the winner. All right. We're going to go ahead and do it. He said go ahead and continue. So we're going to go ahead and do it now. So let me pull this back up on the screen. All right. If you're new to how this works, all the names are entered in this box here. I click this green button right here that says random name picker, and it will randomly select one of these names. The 8th name that it selects is going to be the winner because Rob W picked the number 1 through 10. So here goes the first one. BVD, help me remember 8 so I don't get lost here. Here's the first one. Oh, God, Chris Duncan. He's won twice already. All right, that's the first one. Here's number 2. Mike W. Number 3. Slim. Number 4, Mike W. Number 5, Michael Gill. Oh, I just realized y'all can't see that on the screen. Hold on. Fix that before somebody complains.
You can see it.
All right, let's try that and see if that works better. What number were we on? 5? So this will be 6 now?
6.
This will be 6
This is
coming
6.
up? Okay. Here's 6. Waikiki was 6. Here comes 7. Mike W. All right, so this next one will be the winner. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Tiger Cat. That's the second time in a row, BVD, that one entry has won.
That's hilarious.
It is
That's
hilarious.
great.
So congratulations, Tiger Cat, if you're still watching. I will send you your mug. Also, Andy Russell, I think it was, and Jason Sturkey. You two guys won earlier. So sorry everybody can't win. I wish they could. But we did 3 today. That's good. We normally just do 1. So
Hey, everybody's winners.
everybody is a winner. There's no doubt about it.
Participation trophy.
And Tiger Cat, I already have your address, so you don't have to email me.
You'll get that about the same time you get the T-shirt. Bad joke.
What T-shirt?
Yeah, that one.
Talking about the hat?
No.
BVD, are you still keeping your power tee going?
Tiger Cat got her hat. I don't know what you're trying. You're trying to say she didn't get her hat. She got her hat, sir.
No, I'm just teasing because of whatever. Never mind. And some more concerned about my power tee now. Damn it.
Just making sure you're staying nice and trimmed up.
That's information best
Oh,
saved for
whoa.
Mondays.
Yeah, that's the BVD TV show. There, I do believe, if memory serves. I think Slim, you've yet to win, haven't you? And I think he enters every time. I feel he's gonna win. Slim's gonna win next time. I have a feeling.
Slim, you're always a winner.
He is a winner. All right, let's get this thing wrapped up. Rob W., you came on, you co-hosted the morning show with Uncle Lou and BVD. One day you'll sit down and tell your grandkids about this. What will you tell them?
I'll even be able to show them the replay.
Yeah. What will you tell them?
I will tell them that this was the start of a new venture in my life, and it all started with the 50th episode of the morning show with Uncle Lou and BVD. And all these fine folks in the comments.
Right.
You could tell them too. You know, grandson. It's because of the 50th show, the 50th morning show, that you exist. Because I was so excited about getting to be on that show that day that I made passionate love to your grandmother. I don't know.
Creeping Death, thank you for the super chat. Georgia defense next year, better or worse? Better, but the numbers might not show that. If Georgia runs more of a grown-up offense, the numbers defensively could suffer, but overall I believe the defense will be better. We have, 9 starters back? That's hard to imagine it not getting a little bit better. So, all right, Rob, man, you did a great job. It was amazing. You survived. Like I said, tell all your kinfolk about it down the road and whatnot. But, yeah. Any final words from you, sir?
I will say to all you guys out there, like Lou, you're talking about, coffee being your biggest worry. Sometimes just make sure you're taking a step back to be considerate and think about everything that you've done in your life and where you are, and be thankful that you've got another day to spend with people like Lou and BVD. And, if you're going through some stuff, try to figure it out, do your best that you can. And, you know, you will, if you put your mind to it, you'll see it through. I'm definitely putting my mind to finding a new venture and hopefully starting a new chapter in my life. And it's that easy, just making a change in your own self. But y'all have a good morning in that.
Great positive message from Rob W. to end the show. Rob W., thanks for coming on. The glass is always half full if you want it to be. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you coming on. BVD, know you're in some pain today, too. Thank you for sticking it out. The people really appreciate it. Without you, this show would be nothing. So thank you. Thank you for sticking it out, and I hope you get that doo-doo tooth taken care of. I know that's painful.
I wish it was a tooth problem, but I appreciate the kind sentiments, sir.
Oh, I thought you said you had a tooth problem.
No. Well, I got a tooth problem, yeah.
Yeah, you were kidding.
I definitely got a tooth problem.
Yeah, you had a tooth.
But it ain't this.
Okay.
This is a swollen face problem. Hey, you guys have yourselves a great hump night. Whether or not you choose to make it an actual hump night, of course, is up to you and your better half. Lou, have a great day. I will talk to you soon, and come back tonight at 8, and we'll have some more fun.
Yeah, y'all check BVD out on his channel tonight at 8 o'clock. BVD, talk to you later, buddy. Thank you as usual, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. And Waikiki, thank you for the super chat. Watching Lou and BVD is just as good, if not better, than winning. I like the sentiment there. I like your attitude. Yeah, great attitude. All right, guys. A lot of you have been here since the very beginning. So 50 shows, I know, I mean, it means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but I really wasn't sure how this morning show would work out when I first started it for a variety of reasons that I've talked about in the past. It's always scary on YouTube to try something different because you sort of, I have a pretty good idea of what it is people like to see on this channel. So the idea of trying something completely different was a little scary because you always run the risk of people, not only people not watching, but even worse, people watching and then being so disappointed they quit watching the other stuff too. So it really means a lot to me, all the support that you guys have given this new show that I started in the morning. It really has become one of the favorite things that I do on this channel. It's nowhere near the most popular thing I do, and all of the other stuff that I've been doing for years that got you guys here initially, none of those things are going away. That was the one rule I set for myself when I started to do this show, is that I didn't want this show to replace anything else that I was already doing. I wanted it to be something totally different. So I really appreciate that you guys have jumped on board. A lot of you, like I said, have been here from episode 1. And, all of you can't tune in every day, and I definitely understand that. But I really do appreciate the ones of you that have taken time, whether it's one show, a couple of shows, one show a week, every show, whatever the case, to show up and make this show successful. And I do consider this show successful. Like I said, I know it's not the most popular thing I do. The nighttime shows get better numbers, and the videos are what they are. But I really, really like doing this show, and it's been a benefit to me. To give me an outlet to talk about some things on here sometimes and not feel like I have to talk about college football. I love college football. I love talking about college football, and we do talk some college football on here, but it's really helped me. So in a selfish way, I'm glad that you guys morning show a chance, and that a lot of you really like it and enjoy it. And the comment section, as usual, is the star of the show, and that's all thanks to you guys. So 50 shows down, it'll be 100 before you know it. I really appreciate all y'all tuning in. Have a great rest of your week, a great Wednesday. I'll be back with BVD on Friday morning. And I think we have somebody else on Friday morning, too. Let me see. Unless I wrote it down wrong, we have Tyrants 5 on Friday morning. He's an Oklahoma fan. So we'll have him on Friday morning. And congratulations to all the winners. I apologize to those of you that didn't win. I wish everyone could win. And we will continue to do as many of these giveaways as we can. I promise. Rob W. says, have I earned my 5-star caller tag? Yes, you're a 5-star caller, sir. Thank you for taking the time this morning. Appreciate that. Christopher Duncan says, you guys got this in the bag. Congrats on 50, and here's the many more. Yeah. This show's been good for me. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you very much. It means a lot. I can't wait to do it again on Friday. And we'll see you again real soon. Have a good morning.